Hello, everyone, and welcome to Show and Tell. This is another time of the week that we all get together to see what people who are around the world are doing for projects. Doesn't matter what kind of project, we want to know what you're up to. Can be anything from coding to knitting to working on 3D printing. We love to see what everyone is up to. So we have a few Adafruit folks that I will check in with, and we'll see if anyone else drops by. So first up, let's see what's going on with Melissa.
Hello.
Hey, Melissa.
Hi. So actually, last Thursday, not too long after the last show and tell, I had gotten that bass guitar here, and I was adjusting the strings, and the nut on here had actually snapped, and a little piece broke off. And so with all the shipping down and stuff, it was like a couple weeks out to order anything. And so I went ahead and I pulled up Fusion 360, if you want to show my screen here. And I went ahead and I designed it one. What I ended up doing is I took a photograph of the nut that was broken, and then I kind of figured out where all the different holes went and designed it along with the curve on here.
Wow.
So you can see there's like a slight curve along here.
Yeah.
And I printed it off, and it actually fit just great the first time.
Wow. Well done.
And so, thanks.
With all that tension, what material did you use?
I used PLA with the 100% infill. I did PLA because it's a rigid plastic, and I wanted it to be able to support the strings well. The only thing about PLA is over time it's going to potentially warp a little bit with constant pressure on there. And so it's more of a kind of like a interim solution, or you print them off on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Until I can get one that in the mail with the like a bone material or whatever.
Right. Very cool.
Thanks.
Congratulations on that working on the first try.
Thanks.
All right. Excellent. Let's go ahead and check in with Jeff.
Hi there.
Hi.
I've also got some 3D printing to show. Let me just grab kind of the work in progress. So my wife said, well, can you 3D print me something to hang my scarves on? And I said, well, sure. And after a couple of iterations, this is where we're at. There is a piece that is going to be screwed into the wall, and it's 3D printed with this little ledge and some spots for magnets. And then the other part, just the magnets are a little wonky, sits on top of there and has all of these little apertures that you can put your scarves in.
Very cool.
And then the pieces themselves are modular. So when you want more pieces, you just print more hexes. So
Sneaky.
That's the concept. We're still iterating a little bit on this magnetic part. Trying to glue in the magnets is not going so well because they pull to each other more than the white glue that I use so far. I thought, I don't want this permanent yet. I'm not willing to commit, so I just used your Elmer's white glue, and they pull right out of there. So either we're going to have to commit and super glue them in, or I'm going to try again maybe with blind holes. So you stick them in from the side and they can't get pulled out by the magnetism. But that's the concept, and that's the point where it's at. Now that scarf season is ending, this will be ready soon, just in time.
Exactly. All right, excellent. What is holding the hexes together?
Oh, what is holding the hexes together? Let me bring those a little closer now that I've pulled the whole thing apart. So they aren't these great scarves? I mean, she's got a wonderful collection, and there are a lot of memories of travel and so forth. So see how this does here. They're like little puzzle pieces, only they're all the same each way. So you just kind of stick the, whoa, this is hard. I'm looking at the screen, that's a mistake. You just kind of stick the puzzle pieces together. And then for durability, we're still looking at adhesives. So this is hot. Most of them are hot glued together. And then this one that I was manipulating, we specifically didn't glue for purposes of the show. So yeah, the idea is that they'll be hot glued together or somehow just kind of durably in place. And I don't know, we'll expand this out and figure out what a good geometry is for the wall. And you could put a second anchor here if you feel you need more support for weight or whatever. But yeah, that's just a current project that I'm working on.
Very cool. I like how modular it is.
Yeah, modular is always fun, and geometric shapes like the hexagons and then these little dovetails or triangles. It's nice to turn simple shapes into useful things rather than all these complicated curves that people like Melissa are capable of.
All right. Well, excellent. Well, thank you for coming by.
Thanks. See you again soon, I hope.
Yes, I hope so. All right. Let's check in and see what's going on with Scott.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I've got a couple things. First, let's talk PCBs.
Okay.
So a couple weeks ago when I was talking with John, I showed off the flip tip that I had for hacking the piano keyboard. And I've got kind of some primitive PCBs to use on a breadboard. So I've got this one here. See if I can't get it to focus. Come on. Maybe not. Anyway, what the idea is that it sticks vertically into. Come on. I had it going earlier. It sticks vertically into a breadboard and allows you to have like 8 rows of a breadboard for a particular byte. This one here is a serial to parallel. So it's a shift register where these 8 pins are the 8 out, and then these are the control pins. And then this one on the end here is the serial out, so you can actually chain them together. And then I've also made this one, which is a level shifter. And it goes across the gap in your breadboard and will go from like 5 volts down to 3.3. And you can use it with 2 different 7400 series, one that does like 5 to 3.3 or 5 to like open drain, which is interesting for the keyboards I'm using. And then lastly, I also made just a quick like pull up resistor. So it has 1 power and then 8 resistors. I don't know why it's not focusing. Maybe it'll focus on the After Dark version. So here's the After Dark version of that. And it's not cooperating again. But yeah, here, this is the idea of this one. These are just the After Dark versions, so you can actually see all the traces. And it's not liking me at all. But yeah, so those are the prototyping things. Trying to play around with injecting into the key matrix of a piano keyboard. And then the other thing I wanted to show, if you pull up my screen. So this is, yesterday I showed that we had REPL working on the Sala, which is one of the early ESP32S2 dev boards. So you can see here that I can do like print hello world, hello show and tell. And that works just fine. And then I can hit Control D and I get this hello world 6. So in another window that you can't see, I have it open. And I can just do hello show and tell there and save the file, and it shows up again. So
very cool.
Since yesterday, I've gotten the basic file system stuff working on the Flash, and I've also got auto reload working as well. So I'm pretty happy with that. Check out my stream tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific for all the details, and we should be getting close to getting a very early version checked in to the main repo. So keep your eyes peeled for that and watch the stream if you're curious about the ESP32S2.
All right. Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Scott.
Thank you.
All right. Now let's check in and see what's going on with Samson.
Hello.
Hello.
So mine's on a completely different, no, it's more of a wearable side. So for Festival last year, I made this. I'll show us on camera. So it's using EL wire and motion wire.
I've never seen that before. That's
It's
amazing.
You can vary the speed of it as well, so it's quite a cool effect.
Wow.
So it's not sure if I can change the second camera. If I can.
Yep, it worked.
You could. It's quite an easy build to make. Is punch holes in the cap,
Mm-hmm.
and just put hot glue on the inside. In this case, and then for the colourful H, I just use clear threading glue to stick that down. And battery packs just clip on the back. So it's about, I think it was about 20 quid of EL wire.
Wow.
So that'd be quite if you lock down, an idea to do for the upcoming winter and the dark times.
That is excellent. Where did you get the wire from, the motion wire?
Motion wire is just off eBay.
Oh, okay.
So if you type in, I think it's either just motion wire or EL motion wire, you'll should find it on there.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you.
All right. Now let's go ahead and check in with Dow 20. Dow 20, how's it going? You are muted. Not sure they realize they're up. Pinged them on Discord. We'll see whether... All right. Well, oh. I can hear you now, I think.
Is it working? Hoi!
Yeah.
Okay. It's a live show.
It is.
Okay. Technical difficulties. Either laugh or pull your hair out. Big choice. I was watching John Park's show on Monday, followed along with his tutorial and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, it's not working. Is there anybody else that you could switch to?
Unfortunately, no. You were the one to play us out. We'll be doing this again next week, though, for sure. It's not,
Okay,
it's not a live demo without something not working.
You know? Oh, hey, okay. I was also playing with it on the Circuit Playground, CPX, and I was going to show it on the Bluefruit Circuit Playground, but I swear it was working an hour ago. Anyways, took the code. I do the RC cars.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured it's good to know when you're going to tip over. So I tweaked with the degrees and whatnot and made a little sensor for just that. So when I go too far, the lights will change, but moreover, the audio plays.
Yeah.
As a warning that I'm getting close to flipping my truck over.
All right. That's great to have.
Hey. I do a lot of it's a slower RC. It's more for like crawling and articulation. So it's it comes in handy to have that little bit of warning to know when you're pushing it just a little too far.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's very cool.
Cool. Thank you much.
All right. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, and thanks for the patience.
No worries. This is the only second time that I've done this. I glad everyone's had patience with me.
Oh goodness, you are awesome, Kattni. Wonderful patience, both with helping people with code, naming me and my daughter, and who knows how many other people. And of course, 5 minutes ago when I couldn't get anything to work. It's like before, when the other people were showing, I went to grab the LiPo, and the cord came out of the LiPo.
Oh no.
You know?
All right. Well, Dan, it's great to see you. Thanks for coming by.
Absolute pleasure. You take care, Kattni.
You too. All right. And that is Show and Tell. Thank you so much to everyone who stopped by. Thank you for showing off your projects, and thank you for everything that you're doing. And thank you to everyone who has watched this stream. I really appreciate, like I was saying, everyone's patience with the fact that this is the second time I've done this. It seems to have worked well enough. And I remembered to turn YouTube off before the stream started this time, instead of having myself echoing in my ear, trying frantically to find a tab to close. So the only thing that went wrong last time, I managed to fix this time. So we'll see whether or not everything worked out. Thank you so much again. And we will be back next week with JP hosting at this time. And obviously there are the Wednesday show and tells as well with Phil and Lamore. So whenever is a good time for you to show off your projects, stop by, and we are excited to see what it is you're up to. Thanks, everyone.